welcome to One Mom to Another. It's Tuesdays with Naomi, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the Ferber method. Okay, now if you don't know what the Ferber method, it's also the cried out method. And I know this is very controversial and that there are a lot of people that do not agree with it and think that it's a horrible thing to do to your baby, to let them cry and cry it out. But there's also some that agree with it and think it works and it has worked for their baby. So I've never really been for the cried out method. I researched it. I asked some opinions on it. And I'm gonna try it. So I'm actually haven't tried it yet, and next week you're gonna get a video to see if it worked or not. So check back next week to see if it works. But I will post the links that I have found, and I'll post them in the description bar below so you guys can find where I found everything. I actually got it at babycenter.com and then I researched further on. But pretty much what I have read is that they are not saying to let your baby cry themselves to sleep. They're trying to get you to help them realize that they need to get themselves to sleep. So anyways, I'm going to start by reading to you the methods that they tell you to try. There's 7 steps, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, I'd like to give the Ferber method a try. How do I do it? It says, first wait until your baby is physically and emotionally ready to sleep through the night, usually between 4 and 6 months of age. Ferber doesn't designate a precise age at which to begin this technique, since it can vary so much depending on the child. And by Ferber, his name is Dr. Richard Ferber, and he has written a book and everything, and I'll just post everything below. If you're not sure whether your baby's ready, you can always give it a try. If you encounter too much resistance, wait a few weeks and try again. Alright, so we have step 1. Put your baby in his crib when he's sleepy but still awake. Step 2. Say goodnight to your child and leave the room. If he cries when you leave, let him cry for a predetermined amount of time. Step 3. Go back into the room for no more than a minute or two to pat and reassure your baby. Leave the light off and keep your voice quiet and soothing. Don't pick him up. Leave again while he's still awake, even if he's crying. Step 4. Stay out of the room for a little bit longer than the first time and follow the same routine. Staying out of the room for gradually longer intervals, each time returning for only a minute or two to pat and reassure him, and leave while he's still awake. Step 5. Follow this routine until your child falls asleep when you're out of the room. Step 6. If your child wakes up again later, follow the same routine, beginning with the minimum waiting time for that night and gradually increasing the intervals between visits until you reach your maximum for the night. Step 7. Increase the amount of time between visits to the nursery each night. In most cases, according to Ferber, your baby will be going to sleep on his own by the 3rd or 4th night, a week at the most. If your child is very resistant after several nights of trying, wait a few weeks and then try again. So, how long should I leave my baby alone? In this book, Ferber suggests these intervals. The first night, leave for 3 minutes the first time, 5 minutes the second time, and 10 minutes for the third time, and all subsequent waiting periods. The second night, leave for 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 12 minutes. Make the intervals longer on each subsequent night. Now, he says that the times you can adjust to your comfort, so if that's too long, go ahead and shrink it a little bit, maybe make it 10 minutes instead of 12 minutes. So yeah. Now, on the site it actually has, do these methods work, and it has some parents that say that it worked and some parents that said it didn't work. But I do understand how people are so against it, and that's everybody's opinion, and that's fine to each their own. But I figured I'm going to try this. This will be good for research, obviously, and maybe help one of you moms that are having a hard time getting your baby to fall asleep or to sleep through the night. Because Preston, he's 7.5 months old, and all I do is nurse him to sleep. And he falls asleep in the car, and then he gets up. He's actually napping right now. I nursed him to sleep, but he's napping. And he stays asleep for about 40 minutes to nap. But at night, it's every hour. And I have a pack and play right next to me because, you know, getting up and walking to a different room, it's tiring. I'm exhausted. I have 2 kids and I'm tired. So, you know, I've just kind of done it, and, you know, it's my fault because I've got him into the pattern of, yep, he's got to be nursed to sleep every night. I should have done this a long time ago, but I do think that there's light at the end of the tunnel. He will sleep through the night, and I'm going to try this, and if it doesn't work, hey, then he'll just have to wait a little bit longer to sleep through the night. But I'm trying to exhaust all of my options, and I've exhausted almost all of them. So this is the next one to exhaust. So stay tuned next week, next Tuesday, and I guess we'll see if it works. All right. I did want to let you guys know we actually have a Facebook page, so if you want to go and like the page. And if anybody has any suggestions of what videos any of us, or if you want a certain person to do a video, just go ahead and inbox us or leave a comment. We'll be more than happy to do some videos for you guys, or any suggestions. All right, well with that, I guess that's it for today. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye-bye.